Hi, this is Drew from the library. We are out in the windy fall nature today. I don't have a sweater on because I think this is the last nice day of the year. Cross your fingers it's not, but you know, who knows? It's supposed to be, well, it's 22 today and going to be like 7 tomorrow, so who knows what it's going to be. But I thought, since it's a beautiful day out and we got some new books into the library the other day, I would go through some with you because they are little Halloween, scary reads, and let's get into it. I'll go through the middle grade books, so the chapter books, good for grades like, 4 to 8, and then I'll go through some YA books, which is more for teenagers. So the first book that we have is Hide and Seeker by Daka, Hermon. And on the back of the book, one of the best ways to figure out what a book is about is there's a little, sometimes it's what the book is about, sometimes it's a quote from the book on the back. So this one is, "Out of the darkness, no more light. Now it comes to steal your life. On this day you sealed your fate by playing what it loves to hate. Once you're tagged, then you'll know. The mark appears. It's your time to go. Z chance. Now you're in the final count. It's closer to the set amount." "Whoa," Lyric says. Quincy shuffles back a few steps. "What's wrong with him?" "He ain't right," says Carla. "He came back wrong." What happens when a game you know and love, like hide and seek, becomes something more sinister? At a welcome home party for Z, who has been missing for a whole year, everyone starts playing hide and seek. But one by one, everyone who plays disappears and is pulled into a world of nightmares. And when Z's best friend Justin gets pulled in, he starts to realize that maybe this nightmare place is where Z has been this last year. So that is Hide and Seeker. So the next book that we have is called Scritch Scratch by Lindsay, Currie. So once again, on the back it says, "I'm trying to drift off to sleep when a faint scratching sound starts up in the wall behind my head. Scritch scratch, scritch scratch, scritch scratch. I'm poised to climb out of bed and race down to the living room to sleep on the sofa when the doorknob starts rattling. My curtains start to billow out as if they're caught in a breeze, like this breeze. I stare in horror at my window, remembering I double-checked to lock it before I climbed into bed. Fluttering curtains, when there's no breeze, can only mean one thing. Something is in my room." So what this book is about Claire, whose dad runs a ghost tour bus. And Claire absolutely does not believe in ghosts. So she is so sad when her dad makes her go on the tour bus. But as she's on the bus, she notices a boy at the back of the bus with a sad face and dark eyes. And when it's time to leave, he's nowhere to be found. He's not on the bus. And something must have happened on that bus, because now everything that Claire does, everywhere she goes, ghostly things start happening to her. And she's followed by that boy at the back of the bus. Claire knows that the boy wants something, but she just has to figure out what before it's too late. So the last middle grade book that we have is Ghost Hunter's Daughter by Poblocki. Now this one doesn't have any blurbs or explanations or quotes on the back of the book, so I'll just tell you what it's about. So this book is also about a girl named Claire who also does not believe in ghosts. This one, her dad is actually a ghost hunter, but he goes missing. And there's this boy in her class that knows a lot about ghosts. And he says to her that one of the ghosts told him to tell her that her dad is in grave danger. Together, Claire and the boy, Lucas, set off for a town called Hush Falls, which is where her dad was last seen. Legend says that a tall man in a dark coat lurks near the reservoir, and anyone who gets too close is never seen from again. This man is said to be the ghost Hush. How can they save him from the ghost of Hush when everyone knows that if you ever see the ghost, you're destined to die? So that's the middle grade books that we have in the library. Now we're going to go on to the YA books, the young adult fiction books. So if you're a little bit younger and don't want to hear about, really scary stuff, don't go past this part. All right, you've been warned. So the first YA book that we have is called Horrid by Katrina Leno. So on the back is a quote, and it says, "Jane's fingers were numb. Was she ready to admit now that she believed in..." The word was still so hard to say. It was silly and childish. It was white sheets with eye holes cut out and grainy pictures of disembodied heads and bumps in the night when you were home alone, all tucked in bed and frozen with fear. Ghost. So what this book is about is, after the main character, Jane, her father passes away, and her mom and her go and move to her mom's childhood home. So Jane is dealing with a lot of stuff. Not only did her father pass away, but now she's in a completely new town with completely new people, and at school she's being bullied. But that doesn't compare to what Jane sees her mother going through. But when Jane goes snooping through the new house, she realizes that the storage room that her mother always keeps locked is not actually a storage room, but it's a little girl's bedroom, perfectly pristinely kept, and not quite as empty of inhabitants as it appears. The second YA book that we have is called None Shall Sleep by Ellie Marney. On the back of the book is the quote, "Emma feels the fear in her chest like a raven tapping at a window. It's too late for misgivings, though. The door is open. A large, male, orderly stands sentry, securing her passage to the place beyond sanity. And Emma steps inside." So what this is about is in 1982, two teenagers, Emma and Travis, are recruited by the FBI to investigate and interview juvenile killers and to provide insight and advice to cold cases. When an active serial killer starts targeting teenagers, Emma and Travis must use everything at their disposal to catch the killer. And what they have access to is teenage sociopath Simon Gutmanson. And Simon agrees to help them. But does Simon really want to help them? Or just get closer to Emma? And the last YA book that we have is called Even If We Break. And on the back it says, 5 friends go to a cabin. 4 of them are hiding secrets. 3 years of history bind them. 2 are doomed from the start. 1 person wants to end this. No one is safe. Are you ready to play? Now, I'm sure you know from all the horror movies and the horror books that you've read, nothing can go right when 5 teenagers go to a cabin in the woods. But that's exactly what these friends do. They meet up to say goodbye to their friendship, but they also say goodbye to a game that they've been playing for 3 years straight. But they're all dealing with their own demons, and all of them have their own secret. When the lines between reality and the game starts blurring, it's a race against time before it's game over forever. And those are the YA and middle grade books that are perfect for this time of year, in these fall times, in this Halloween season. So I hope you can pick them up or put them on hold, and we'd love to see you at the library. Have a good day. Bye-bye.